All right. Well, welcome to our second live stream of today, part of our virtual open house. And today's a good day. We're celebrating the grand opening of our Calgary Central campus. And are reopening actually all of our campuses across Alberta in Medicine Hat, Red Deer, and Edmonton. So if you are local to any campus in one of those cities, you should go check out the campus and see what's new, especially in Calgary. And I am right now drinking. If you're from Calgary, you drink coffee, you may know what I'm about to say. And if you're not, you'll be like, I don't get it. But I'm drinking Phil and Sebastian coffee. That's the coffee that we have. So come down for a really good cup of coffee and check out our campus. This is part of our virtual open house. Hopefully you're already on this page. Just wanted to point out a few things before we jump into our presentation. If you would like to speak with an admissions advisor and take advantage of the promotion that I'm going to walk through right now, which is our guaranteed grant funding event promotion. You want to click here, call your local campus, or you can click here and schedule a virtual appointment. Now, we are having a glitch literally right now, which is great timing. If you try and schedule a virtual appointment in Calgary, the option doesn't come up. So I'm very sorry about that. If you click here, call your local campus, you can call us. And we'll just schedule you in. It's not a big deal, but or you can actually just go to the bottom right-hand corner. If you're on mobile, it'll be a bar at the bottom, and click on that and chat live with us literally right now, and we'll connect you with an admissions advisor and help you schedule a virtual appointment so you can take advantage of what I'm about to share, which is the reason for our second live stream. The first one was at 1 o'clock. You can go watch the replay of that if you click on the 1 o'clock right here. The replay's up. We're in the 2 o'clock one, talking all about guaranteed grants and all about AOL in general. So that's what I'm going to go through in just a couple minutes. And then we're doing another live stream at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be interviewing Karen from our team to talk about student experience. And then I'm interviewing Luz from our admissions team at 4, talking about how to apply and answering a whole bunch of questions. Any questions that you have for one of our admissions advisors, you can answer or get answered live at 4 o'clock today. So hopefully you're watching those. And again, if you're watching this later, that's totally cool as well. You can chat here. And as long as it's between before 5 o'clock, we'll get back to you right away. If it's after 5, it may take a little bit longer for us to get back to you. But right now, as you're on watching, chat with us here. Or if you're watching any of these videos, click the YouTube logo. It'll take you to YouTube where you can actually participate in any comments there. And I also have Melissa from my team. She's backstage right now, able to answer any comments, because I'm going to be sharing my screen in a second. Well, I'm already sharing it, but I'm going to be sharing a presentation, and I won't see if you comment, but we will be able to answer if you do. So let me remove that, and I'm going to try and share the whole screen. How do I remove this? Stop screen. Share screen. And to share the same thing again. Entire screen. Okay. And I'm going to open up the presentation. And Melissa backstage, if this does not show up in play from start. Oh, that's backwards. Let me switch those. Swap displays. All right, you should be able to see our PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to walk through, and you might still be able to see me. So if that's not the case, Melissa sent me a text because I just broke our live stream, but I think we're good. So what I want to run through essentially is what is our guaranteed grant funding event? What is that promotion? And what is Academy of Learning Career College? I was saying this during the first live stream that one of the reasons we're doing this today is because with everything that's going on in our province, it looks good. Okay, good. Everything that's going on in our province, everything with COVID, there's a lot of uncertainty, and you might feel stuck. And our big message to you today is you're not stuck. We are fully open. You can train in person if you like, obviously following the restrictions and guidelines, or you can train online for a better job and more money. And that's actually true. Even through COVID last year, we had a ton of graduates. I don't remember the number off by heart, but hundreds of graduates. I want to say around 600 graduates across that we celebrated in May or June this year. But 84% or 83%, something like that, over 80% of our students graduated during COVID. That's amazing. Over 80% found jobs. That's amazing. And on average, an AOLCC graduate makes about 60% more than minimum wage. And that's an average across all of our campuses, all of our programs. That's according to stats from the Government of Alberta website based on the different types of jobs that we offer. So yeah, and right now we are fully open here. I'm sitting in our new Calgary Central campus. You can come down and check it out, or you can go to any of our other campuses and check it out, and you can learn here. You can take any of our programs and come into campus and have that experience, or you can do it online. It really doesn't matter. If there is a lockdown that comes at any point in time, we are ready, and it does not impact your ability to train for a career you love. So that's awesome. All right, well, let me run into or start this presentation. This is the presentation, how to use government grant money to train for a better job that pays more. And what we're going to cover is basically a whole overview of Academy of Learning. So if you're watching this and you're not sure what is Academy of Learning, what types of programs, here's what we're covering. What is Academy of Learning? How to find and use government grants for education. What is our integrated learning system? That's where it says simply a better way to learn. We're going to talk about our people and student support, and we're going to talk about different programs and career opportunities. And I'm going to try and do it in 30 minutes. Typically, this takes me an hour, but we're going to go rocket fast. We'll see. All right. So first, let's start with what is Academy of Learning. We're the largest career college network in Canada. No one else can say that. There are locations all across Canada, and here in Alberta, we help people train for careers in accounting, in business, in community service and support, in healthcare, in hospitality, in technology, in insurance, in legal, in office administration, and in creative design, which didn't show up. Creative design is the last one there. But in creative design, I'll walk through all those programs. But for over 30 years, Academy of Learning has always been and continues to put the student first. And so the way that we look at our learning is recognizing that every single person learns differently. Some people are visual learners, and for them, we've got video content, we've got obviously in-class instruction and different graphic components to our programs. Some people, they're more what's called kinesthetic, and they want to learn hands-on. And other people, they want to learn by lectures. And so our integrated learning system, which I'll talk about, and all of our programs and courses, they're designed to put the student first. And everything we do, every employee that works for us, every person in student support, everyone you meet on campus, it's all about fulfilling our students' needs and helping you train for a job, that helping you get the credentials you need for real jobs. That's extremely important. If we train a whole bunch of people, you graduate and you don't get a job, then we have failed. And so and we put our money where our mouth is, because if we can't actually help our students graduate and we can't actually help them get jobs, we actually lose our licensing from Alberta Advanced Education. And so basically we have to put our money where our mouth is, but we actually care about people as well. And so those two things combined, caring about our students and accountability, mean that when you come here, you're actually going to get the support you need so that you can train for a better job and more money. And so whether you're learning on campus or virtually, you can learn at your own pace. And that gives you flexibility in your daily schedule. You can actually finish your program in less than 12 months. We also offer job placement assistance. And so that's resume training, that's practicum studies, student support services. So you can actually find a job when you graduate. All of our programs can be completed in less than 12 months. So that's a lot quicker than your conventional 2 to 4 year degree program. We offer flexible schedules, continuous enrollment. That means you can start a program next week and graduate a year from now. We're not restricted to the typical school year. So anytime you can actually start training, and you can do a countdown of 12 months for when you're actually going to be graduated and entering the job market. The other nice thing about flexible schedules and about our online learning is you can basically manage another full-time job, another part-time job. You can manage any responsibilities that you have at home and work around your schedule. It's extremely important to a lot of our students, and that may be important to you as well. We offer over 30 diploma and certificate programs that you get to choose from. One of the things that we say is that we want you to find a career that you love, a job you love. We can say that because so many different areas and so many different professions that you can train for, so that it's not just pick one or two programs that are going to help you find a better job, more money. You can pick from over 30, which is really cool. And we provide training virtually or in class. Again, if you want to come down to the campus and learn here, following the restriction exemption program, you can do that. Or if you want to train virtually, you can do everything online. You can attend classes through virtual lectures. You can go through and learn at your own pace through our online learning platform, ILS, which we'll go for or we'll go through shortly. All right, so let's talk about the specifics of why you wanted to show up here. This whole idea of guaranteed grants and how do you actually use grant money to fund your education. The biggest question that we get is, how much do your programs cost? And the answer is always, it depends, because our goal is to have you pay next to nothing. And that all depends on a variety of factors. There's student loans, there is bursaries, there's grants, there's a whole bunch of different things. And what we're going to talk about today is government grant money, dollars set aside by our government to help people train for a career that they love. And we're making a guarantee on it. So let me walk through this. In 2020, the Alberta government launched the Alberta 2030 plan. It's called Building Skills for Jobs. It was designed to address the needs of upcoming students, the needs of secondary education institutions, the needs of employers, and the future job market, looking into the future, saying, what does our workforce need to look like? And so the goal is to transform our post-secondary education to be more accessible and more relevant to what's actually going on in the economy, in the industry, so that students can find work and that they can train for real jobs. So the Alberta government sees this as a big priority, obviously for economic recovery, but also just the way that things are going in the future. So first, the goal is to improve access to post-secondary education. Second is to develop skills for in-demand jobs. And third is to make education more affordable for people. Those are the goals of this Alberta 2030 Building Skills for Jobs. That is not a Academy of Learning thing. This is an Alberta government thing. And so what does that mean? Well, for you, that means that there's a very high chance that you'll be able to find government funding. If the government not only is saying that they're going to invest in this type of education, but they're actually setting aside money, that means that they expect and have built these grants for students to take advantage of them. There is money available for you through the form of government grants. The other thing that means is that you're actually going to be training for a job in an industry that you can be confident is actively looking to hire people. There's nothing worse, I've already kind of said this before, there's nothing worse than training for a job that you may not get, or going to school for something that may not be in demand. And so you can train with us with confidence, because again, we have to produce graduates, we have to help them find jobs. And the way that we build our programs is all based around what's in demand. And the way that the government grants are being allocated is to support industries and educational institutes like ours who are building programs for future jobs. And you can be confident that you're training for a real job, and that you're actually going to get the job. That's where our own graduate success rate of job placement comes in. Obviously, the Alberta government, as I've already mentioned, is building this Building Skills for Jobs Alberta 2030 plan so that people will find jobs. That's kind of obvious. But everything that we do is designed to help our graduates actually find employment, and we're really good at it. And so all of this means that you can make more money in a job you love. That is our goal. If you're watching this, then there's a high probability that you want a better job and a high probability that you want to make more money. And it could be for a variety of different reasons. But our goal is to help you evaluate Academy of Learning to help you do those two things. All right, so how do you actually get a government grant? That's a pretty good question. If you were to ask me on my own expertise, I'd say I have no idea. But fortunately, that's not my job. It's our admissions advisors who are experts at this. Our admissions advisors, their entire job is to advise you, to counsel you. They're not salespeople, they're advisors. And what that means for you is they're going to sit down with you to understand your career goals and your interests. They're going to help you find the program that you're looking for. But they're also trained in and experts at finding government grants and applying for government grants. And so the types of grants that are available is all going to depend on who you are, your circumstances, a variety of different criteria. But essentially, through a conversation with our admissions advisor, they know how to find the ones that you would qualify for and then how to apply for them. So that would be step one is, how do I use grant money? You got to talk to someone who's an expert at finding grant money. And our admissions advisors, that's what they do. They're experts at it. The next thing, oh, did I hit a button? There we go. Each student has access to different grants depending on their circumstances. I was supposed to hit that button and I didn't. The other thing is you don't have to do it alone. That's the second piece of this whole admissions advisors being experts. You don't. The best way to find a government grant is not to Google what government grants do I qualify for. If you do that, you may get some good information. You will probably get a whole bunch of ads for things that you don't want. You could get some false information online because you don't know which website it's coming from. Or even if you get to the right place, you can be in a spot where like, I don't understand if I qualify. It's kind of like, in my perspective, accounting, doing your taxes. I'm not an accountant. My dad is an accountant. And typically, I don't even try to navigate waters that I don't know anything about when it comes to, can I get a tax refund for this? Is this something I can write off or not? It's confusing. I look at some of the forms to fill out. I'm like, I don't know. So I talk to my dad, or I talk to an accounting expert. The same thing. You don't have to do this by yourself. The best way to find government grants is not to go try and become an expert. It's to sit down with an expert and have them ask you questions and go through the process with you, because that's what they're good at. And so the last thing that I want to share, it's not the last thing on this, is we're going to put our money where our mouth is. So what that means is we're guaranteeing that you're going to get a government grant. How much? We obviously can't guarantee how much, because different grants are available and you may qualify for multiple or just one. So we can't predict exactly how much, but we can guarantee that you will get a government grant. There's money set aside for people to train for careers that they love. I've already walked through that. And we are going to guarantee that we will find you one. And if we don't, then we're going to give you an AOLCC grant. So you're going to get a discount off of your tuition, and part of your funding will be grant money from Academy of Learning if we can't find you a grant from the government. That is our guarantee. And so what do you do? Again, this could be the shortest presentation in the world. How to use grant money to fund my education. Okay, how do I do it? It's really easy. Connect with an admissions advisor, and you can do that right now. You don't actually have to do anything. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to go to a whole bunch of websites. You don't have to Google search a whole bunch of things. You don't need to talk to your friends. Literally all you have to do, and you can get started today, is book a meeting with an admissions advisor. You can do that right on the page where this video was, on our virtual open house page. You can call your local campus. And if you go to myaolcc.com/locations, you'll see all of our campuses and just call. Or you can book an online info session. And you will sit down with an admissions advisor. They will ask you a number of questions about your career goals, about your interests. They'll walk through everything with you, and they will help you find a government grant. And you can literally do that today. You can come down to any of our campuses today before 5 o'clock. Right now, it's about 20 after 2. And you can find out today. Or you can book an online appointment, even if it's for tomorrow. Do that, and you can find out tomorrow. The point is, don't wait. You get started today. Now, we could just end the presentation there, but there are some of you who are probably wondering, all right, but like, who are you? What is Academy of Learning? What programs? What type of career opportunities? And so let me just fly through this. I promised I would attempt to do this all in 30 minutes. That means we've got 11 minutes to get through 30 programs and our integrated learning system and how awesome we are. So you ready? All right, let's do this. Okay, so our integrated learning system is, the tagline is simply a better way to learn. And what it is it's an online training platform, which you can run through our programs and our courses on campus in a computer lab supported by our facilitators and learning coaches who are Academy of Learning graduates. They've been through this before, and they will literally pull up a chair side by side, social distance still, and they will help you through your coursework on campus. Or if you want to learn online, you can do that in your own time, supported by our student support, our learning coaches, to help you get through the course material. And so our integrated learning system allows you to study the way you learn best, allows you to build skills step by step, one thing at a time. It's kind of like game theory. You don't start off on level 12 of Mario Kart, or I don't know, the final race mirrored on Mario Kart. You start on the easy levels and you work your way up. That's how our integrated learning system is designed. Because of that, you get good at things, and that boosts your self-confidence. That also allows you to learn a whole heck of a lot faster, and allows us to condense our programs into 12 months, so you're learning at an accelerated rate. That gets you job ready faster. You also get personalized one-on-one support from our facilitators, our student support, and if you're in an instructor-led program, you get direct access to your instructors as well. Puts you in the driver's seat. Our integrated learning system allows you to determine the pace. You get to determine the flow and go through programs the way that meets your needs. Because of that, you'll learn time management skills. You'll learn how to learn. I always say I went to school for advertising when I graduated, and man, has advertising changed in the last, I don't know when I graduated, 15 years ago. Advertising has changed, but what college taught me was how to learn. And the same thing's going to happen. You're going to learn how to learn, and that's going to benefit you in your job even after you've graduated. And you're going to build your technical skills. You're going to learn how to engage in a virtual environment, which, especially in today's day and age, the ability to navigate software, the ability to use different software programs, the ability to communicate through virtual chat and video technology is really important for the real world, and you're going to build those technical skills as well. And don't take our word for it. This slide says we've won our Consumer Choice Award 19 years in a row for Northern Alberta and 17 years in a row for Southern Alberta, which basically just says we're not making this stuff up. We're really good. Shameless, but we're really good. Now, talking about our people, let me just walk through the different people that we have on campus. This is a really exciting thing about our new Calgary campus and reopening our campuses across Alberta is we're giving our staff all the tools and resources they need to serve our students. Now, obviously, if you want to learn online, it's good news for you. But if you're a virtual student learning, obviously if you want to learn in person, it's good news for you to have a whole bunch of tools and resources and cool stuff. But if you're a virtual student, knowing that our staff are equipped with the best resources and the best tools and technology can give you confidence. So our people are super important, and that really had nothing to do with this slide. But we've got our admissions staff. These are experts at helping you find grant money. These are experts at helping you navigate and choose what career is going to be the right career for me. They're going to help you through student loan applications. They're going to help you every step of the way. Our campus staff, this includes administrative personnel, reception, campus management, IT support, senior leadership behind the scenes, everything that happens to make our schools operate virtually and in person. We've also got student support personnel. These are your coaches, your cheerleaders that help you every step of the way, no matter what you're going through. School's not easy. School's not easy when you have another full-time job. School's not easy when you're balancing other responsibilities at home. School's not easy when you're learning something new. School's not easy. And we've got people who their only job is to help you learn and graduate and support you. That's awesome. Those are our student support personnel. We've got our facilitators, experts at the integrated learning system, people who have graduated from Academy of Learning, who know our programs inside and out and can help you navigate through both the technology and the concepts as you're going through your coursework, again, to help you graduate and find a job. And then we've got our instructors. These are experts in their field. They have to have the credentials, they have to know how to teach, and they have to have real world experience. And that gives you confidence that you're going to learn from people who know what they're doing. And lastly, our students, we've got such a cool culture. And it's one of those things where I can't explain it unless you come down and talk to some of our students or read our testimonials. But what I can say is if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see some testimonials and some videos of some of our students who have had a great experience, and we'll just let them tell you all about it. So it's just YouTube is, I don't know, YouTube, Academy of Learning Career College, and there's lots of great stuff there. Or visit our website and you'll see some videos there as well. All right, 5 more minutes, and I still haven't even gotten into the programs. Thought patterns, successful career. Essentially, what this is a program that is um, all about preparing you to succeed in school and your professional career. So what that means is we are going to force you to take a course that's just going to be beneficial to you in every aspect of your life. It's called Thought Patterns for a Successful Career. Our students rave about it. And it is very important to us that we give you every tool you need to succeed. That's why we use this program. It's a great question to ask our admissions team about when you talk to them. Be like, what's thought patterns? I don't get it. They'll walk you through it. It's incredible. All right, let's go through our programs rapid fire, and then we'll close this off. Again, everything I can to get this done in 30 minutes. Our programs. All right, so we got accounting and bookkeeping, payroll accounting, payroll administration, accounting administration, accounting assistant, essentially anything. If you've got an interest in finance, you want to talk to our admissions team about the accounting programs and talk to admissions about what type of job you want, what your interests are. There's a variety of different types of work environments you could land in, and a variety of different skills. Again, payroll administrator, I mean, that even payroll impacts human resources as well. So lots of opportunities in accounting. Business, there's a lot, again, this is a very broad category, but business administration, business management and administration, where it says Blue Seal there, one of the areas that's designed to support is people who are in the skilled trades, that maybe you've been working in the field, or maybe you have a skilled trade and you're looking to just work more in the corporate office or move back into a city and work a more management job, or maybe you're just looking to grow that career. You can get Blue Seal certified in business management. And there's lots of different career opportunities beneficial there. Insurance advisor, marketing coordinator, and then entrepreneurial business skills. If you're looking to start a business, run a business, get better at the business you're running, you can take those programs. Community service. There's really 2 programs here. It says 3, but essentially you've got the community service worker, and then the add-on is a specialization in addictions. And so if that is of interest to you in any capacity, I don't have time to talk about it. You got to talk to admissions, but mental health is such a hot topic these days for a good reason. The impacts of COVID just emphasizing the need to support our communities in every way possible, every way, shape, and form. There's lots of different applications here, but if you have a heart for your community, if you have a heart for people who are hurting and need a hand, check out these programs. Educational assistant still kind of falls under our community service category, but that's obviously supporting the education system, supporting our community through working in our education system. Creative design, we've got web design and graphic design, which I'm going to come back to because there's actually more there, but I'm going to come back to that in our technology section. Healthcare, lots of opportunities here. Healthcare aide, dental administrative assistant, medical office assistant with health unit coordinator, and medical office assistant with veterinary specialty. What I'll suggest here is watch the 2 videos that we have below this on the virtual open house page. There's an interview with Elaine discussing the medical office assistant opportunities. And who did I interview for healthcare aide? Dana interviewed for healthcare aide, and she'll tell you all about the program. So watch those 2 if you're interested in a career in healthcare. Next, we have hospitality. Hospitality would be hotel management, restaurant management, theme park, anything that's travel and tourism in that industry, which may be like, well, I don't know, is that really a hot industry? You'd be surprised. Domestic opportunities for domestic travel, the need for more regulations, things are just changing. And so if you've got an interest in the service business and hospitality, definitely a program to check out. All right, it's 2:29. I'm not going to make it for my 30-minute guarantee. That's okay. Legal, if you've got an interest in the legal field, I did an interview with Tamara. You can, again, watch that on this page to learn about. There's so many, I didn't even realize until I talked to her. There's so many different opportunities. So if you've got any interest in law, you need to check out that interview and talk to an admissions advisor about the different career opportunities there. And then technology. I said I'd come back to web design and graphic design. We also have a program you see at the bottom here, software and web developer. And then you can see blockchain development, PC support, network administrator. These are some of the highest paying jobs. These are such in demand. There's only going to be growth as time goes on. These are really, really cool opportunities. So if you love technology, you need to check out these. If you've got an eye for design, the difference between web design and web developer is essentially front end versus back end. So a web designer would look at how a user experience, what a web page looks like. A web developer is how it operates. And there's web design components that go into web development. So if you want to build web pages, if you want to get behind the scenes, if you want to design stuff and make it functional, web developer is really, really cool. And then obviously software developer. You can check out all of this on our website or by talking to an admissions advisor. And then we also have individual courses. So home inspection, computers, if you want to brush up on Microsoft, if you want to enhance your English skills, if you want to just take courses in graphics or web design, there's a bunch of different courses that you can take through Academy of Learning as well. All right, that's all the programs. Again, I am running out of time, but I've done okay, I think. Rushing through this to be respectful of your time, also recognize there's so much other content on this page. Let me just stop by saying, and I think I already said this probably at the beginning of this video, I can't remember. If you refer a friend to Academy of Learning, we will give you $500. As soon as they start their program, we will find you and we will give you $500. So what that means is if you are exploring Academy of Learning for yourself, bring a friend. Schedule an appointment with an admissions advisor and bring a friend to that. And if you both start school, you get $500 for referring your friend. Or if you're going through this and be like, yeah, you know what, maybe not for me, but I know someone who would really like one of those jobs, refer your friend. And when they start, we'll give you $500. All right, you can also check out our website. There's a whole bunch of resources that's on this page. I'm just going to actually close out of this. And you should be able to see on your screen our virtual open house page. So again, you can call your local campus. There's a link there, or schedule a virtual appointment. You can join our next live stream, which is going to be in about 30 minutes with Karen talking about the student experience. You can see some previews of our on-demand, some of our on-demand programs. You can learn more about the integrated learning system, and you can even try out the integrated learning system by clicking here, and you'll be able to hop in and see what it's like and actually try out a course. Other than that, I hope this has been beneficial. If you have any questions at all, click on that lightning bolt thing, which is or if you're on mobile, it's the bottom of your page, and chat with us, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions and point you in the right direction. And there are a couple comments that did show up, but it looks like, AJ, your question has been answered. So it looks like we're good there. All right, well, we will see everybody again at 3 o'clock for an interview with Karen talking about the student experience. Thanks so much, everybody.